What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Two Nice Guys podcast. We're your hosts, Jay from The Real Game, Chad from Defund Simping.
What's going on?
And today we're talking about a conundrum.
Yes.
We're talking about women that want a liberal guy, but with conservative bank account and providing for them. And it's so interesting because you see this very often, right? You see women want something and they want another thing. They don't make any sense.
So, first off, I agree. And I made a video on this where I've seen girls on the internet making videos saying, oh, guys, like before I go on a date with a guy, I make sure that I ask him who he voted for. I just want to make sure I'm safe. And like, I want to be on a date with a guy that like hates me and like doesn't think I'm a human being, like some crazy take. But then also, if you scroll down that same creator's videos, she talks about how she wants this protector, provider, God-fearing man, right? And now you may go, what's wrong with that? There's nothing wrong with it, but the problem with it is she wants two different type of men collabing.
She wants feministic equality, but completely provider, 100% protector, masculine guy. Those don't go hand in hand.
Now, is it possible to get it? Sure, but it's just not common.
It's not possible.
Yeah.
Okay? Get out of your delusional la-la land. Like, what are the odds of that? And handsome, and Chad, and charismatic.
You know, I made a video on this, and it actually picked up quite some traction. It got a lot of people in the comment section talking. And I mentioned, look, a girl wants you to vote Kamala Harris, right? Reproductive rights, trans rights, all these things, right? But also wants you to look at her as like, hey, I'm just a girl, let me just stay home and maybe, it's not even guaranteed, maybe do household labor while you pay all the bills. I'd argue that is more of a conservative ideology because most liberal men have the mindset of, wait a minute, I don't see my girl as this baby maker. She can go to work too, she can pay bills too. Why is it just on me?
Of course.
Right? That's how a lot of liberal guys, and here's the thing, a lot of them have that mindset out of a necessity. If they make $50K a year, they can barely take care of themselves.
Right.
Right?
Right. A male feminist is not going to want unequality. They want equality. They want splitting rent. They want splitting things, empowering women. And that leads to finances. And I think what's so interesting is you have a perfect example of conscious and subconscious mind with this. On the conscious mind is the woman's programming, right? This is her political beliefs. This is how she sees trending topics, pop culture, etc. What she's consumed via content, via television, is the right wing's bad, they're misogynistic, so the left wing's good, and I'm with them. So therefore I need a man like that. But subconsciously, on a deep biological level, because this will never change so long as we have men and women, on that deep level, she knows deep down that she wants a provider and a protector. But the conundrum is the media has told her that their right-wing beliefs, which come with this type of man, are bad. And now she's trying to come up with this cocktail of a liberal this and I'll sprinkle in a little. It doesn't really work like that. You have to go, if you're a woman listening to this, I doubt you are, you have to go with your biological subconscious desires, which is a true masculine man who's going to be right-wing. You've just been led astray.
I agree, and I like the whole cocktail idea of a little bit of liberal, a little bit of conservative, and that's what most women. I don't know the stats. Don't sue me, but that's what I'm hearing a lot of girls want is this balance of both, and I can understand it. But it's gonna be hard to find a guy who is like, okay, wait a minute though. If I'm gonna be paying the bills though, what do I get in return? And they almost want the guy to be a bit naive, where he expects nothing. So a lot of girls want men give everything, expect nothing.
And I have a question for you.
Go ahead.
If you found a girl attractive, very similar ideology where she wanted a liberal man,
okay,
would you attempt to shift her beliefs, or would you not even give her the time of day?
Well, I guess before I left her, this is assuming I actually kind of like her, not just see her as just for casual sex. If I actually like her, I think it's worth having a conversation with her about why I think the way I think. And I think I'm pretty good at breaking things down logically. And I do think I may be able to change her mind. However, her mind may be changed for a month, maybe two, but eventually her girlfriends, her mom, maybe the media will eventually make her turn against me eventually. So I'll try it once, but I know it'll probably fizzle out.
Yeah, I think I don't think I know. Women are very impressionable, right? And so I joked about this on a piece of content, and when it kind of viral, I was like, your girl can go to one party, and one girl can tell her that her man took her to Bora Bora. She comes home pissed at you because you haven't gone to Bora Bora. That's how impressionable they are. And so as much as I know that they are impressionable, right? And so that gives us the right frame to say we can mold some beliefs. We can mold some minds, especially if they're in love with us. Like, if a woman's in love with you, she'll adopt all your beliefs. Like, I started dating a girl who wasn't very political, but she was leftist. She did have the X number 2. We won't go into names.
Yeah.
And she had those beliefs, and she had the beliefs that the right wing were racist. 6 months into our relationship, whenever she'd bring it up, I would be like, shut up. And then I would tell her the reality. 6 months in, she's Republican. So it's like, I've seen these things mold. It just depends on if she loves you, she will adopt your beliefs. But oftentimes, the opportunity cost to get to that love point and actually shift those fully, it's not worth it.
Yeah, man. And in regards to that video I made, I've seen so many girls in the comments basically trying to, maneuver around my argument, saying, oh, I know plenty of guys. Okay, then why aren't you with them? You're still single. Right? So it's so interesting. I feel like for girls watching this, right, I believe when you're with a man, there's going to be some things politically you guys will always just disagree with, and that's going to be okay. Mm-hmm. Like, for example, let's just say a girl always believes in, basically the whole trans thing, right? Okay. I will tell her, I will never agree with you. Now, can we still be in love and like each other, just not agree on just that thing? Sure. So I think sometimes you have to agree to disagree with your partner, because it's hard to find a girl where you guys see eye to eye with everything political. There's always going to be some friction, man.
But it's always like, why do you even care?
True.
And this is something I would even ask her. I'd be like, why do you give a shit? Does it affect your life? Does it affect the people that you love? Do you have a real life experience? No, you've been indoctrinated. And you need to make your women aware, quite literally. And I'm not exaggerating. If you're dating a girl, you need to start making her a little bit more aware of how she got these beliefs. And so she might say something to you, just question her. Be like, oh, where'd you hear that? Right? Like, where'd you hear that? A friend? Did you go through that personally? It's never that. It's always TikTok. And then you can kind of peel back the layers. Oh, so you saw TikTok. Got it. Well, I think this way because of this. And once she respects you and your intellect and your conversation, those beliefs just slowly just fade away because they know they're baseless. They're just regurgitated thoughts.
Absolutely. So, segueing into the, it's the same type of field, but slightly different topic. I know as you guys scroll through the dating apps nowadays, some girls are bold as hell. Mm-hmm. In their prompts.
Shameless.
And they'll say things like green flags I look for, dinner reservation, lots of texting, flower delivery, an Uber ride. Like, they legit want you to roll out the red carpet. Now, mind you, they're in their right mind. Sorry, they can say whatever they want. It's just a girl out the gate demanding that. I guarantee you, if the roles were reversed and it was a guy with a similar asking, like, be here on time or else I'm not going to pay for it. Yeah. I want you sitting next to me. I want intimacy at the end of the night. The girls be like, I don't owe you anything, right. Which they're right. And I don't owe you any of that.
Correct.
It's just.
And there's this. I know that there's been female dating coaches that help women who have been telling them to put that as prompts. Like, you'll attract more high status men. You'll attract higher standard men when you put flower deliveries and dinner reservations. And then all the comments are, I'm getting less, I have no matches now. Those are the comments. Because when you receive dating advice from women, it's basically like a noose around your neck, right? That does not attract high status guys. That does not attract high value guys. High value guys want to do things, at least in my opinion, and for me personally, I like doing things when I'm not prompted, right? When a girl is really down to earth, really chill, I'll happily do more shit for her than that version. I won't even talk to that version. And so the double standard, like you mentioned, is sickening. It's disgusting. Imagine roles reversed. Imagine me with my prompt and being like, skin tight dress, cleaning after the first date.
Yes, must be cleaning.
Must be cleaning, and the sandwich better be fucking grilled. I mean, imagine I would go viral on the internet.
True.
But it's a common practice for women.
So, to add to Jay's point, I'm the same way. I was on a date the other day with a really pretty girl, and this is, people may not like this take, but I think most men can agree. We're at a yogurt place, mind you. So $8, $6 a cup, right? I go to put mine down for it to be weighed. She didn't put hers down. I look back at her and go, oh, put it down. She goes, oh, no, it's okay. I'm like, I'm gonna call her Jessica. I'm like, Jessica, I asked you out, put it down. And she put it down. And I'm like, you know what?
That's attractive.
Now that she's not coming on this date expecting me to pay for things, now if I see her again, I want to take care of her because she doesn't have an entitled mindset. When she could. 5'9", skinny, smoke, right? She could. So the fact that she doesn't have this, oh, like, I'm entitled, it makes me want to take care of her more. So when I see prompts on Hinge that say, oh, buying me Ubers and giving me princess treatment, and it makes me not want to give it to you, because if that's what I have to do to get you to like me, I don't want to deal with you. I'd much rather get to know you in a very basic way, and then if we vibe, then I could do that for you. But if that's like a requirement to even be around you, I don't want to be around you.
And the most ironic part about all of this is they're attracting the absolute opposite of the guys they want. They want a man to take charge, to provide for them, to protect them. The only guy that will listen to that garbage is a simp, is someone that is okay taking their lead, being told what to do, how to spend their money on them. They're attracting the complete opposite guy than the guy they want. And if a woman really wants to attract, like with that example, attract the guy to provide for them, have feminine, nice etiquette. That's it, right? Like, obviously, we're gonna pay for you, okay? But just say thank you. Just don't be entitled. Don't have a big ego. That's all it is. And guys will kill for a woman like that, literally. But when you come with that entitlement, you're only attracting the opposite of the man you want.
So to speak on that point, it's so important because there are guys out there who know, hey, look, I'm a piece of shit, and the only way I can get around beautiful women is if I pay for it. So when a guy sees, oh, all I have to do is just call you Ubers and give you dinner, that's easy. I make a lot of money. That's not a problem for me. So now you're attracting, yes, you're getting the Instagram story type of date where you hop in a black truck and there's flowers at dinner and stuff like that. But this is the type of guy that doesn't see himself as valuable outside his money. And this type of guy, hopefully if you're watching this, that girl don't like you, bro. Because every girl in LA that puts off this front, like, hey, I only do this, I only do that. There's a guy out there that is doing nothing. And she's showing up for him. But I'm not saying for you guys to do nothing. I'm not trying to say that. My point is, though, is that there is a guy she's dating that's not doing that, and she respects him more than you.
Do you want to be that guy? Do you want to be that guy? It really comes down to that. Do you want to know deep down while you're sitting across from her on a couch and the bill's $500 that she is only here because you are paying? Like, do you really want that? Don't you want her to actually be enamored by you and respect you and okay just coming over and cooking for you? Like, isn't that more ideal? Then you have to switch it. You have to switch it up. You can't lead with money. I think that could be a whole other episode in my opinion. But leading, even if you have a ton of money, don't lead with it, man, because you're setting the wrong expectation, you're attracting the wrong type of woman, and you're going to get an entitled person who's not going to respect you and not really like who you are, and it makes the relationship feel like shit.
And also, it can make you burn out.
Oh, yeah.
Right? Because let's just say on the third date, hey, instead of us going to a nice dinner spot, there's this hole in the wall, Mexican seafood spot, we can go grab. And she's like, I'm actually busy tonight. How about next weekend? Basically, you start to learn real quick, if you're not spending a check, she's not showing up. And that can make you feel pretty shitty. You're like, damn, I already spent $2K over these past 3 or 4 dates. The fact that she won't even do something low key with me, it can make you feel insecure and make you burn out. Where you go, on to the next girl, right? You never even had sex with her. You never had a relationship with her. It's just a strictly transactional relationship. And leading with that will always lead you down a dark hole, because the money will always be spent at a higher rate.
For what, too?
For what?
For literally what? You want your money to be spent where it's appreciated. And we can also tie this back to, it's mainly a self-esteem issue with guys, right?
Sure.
Guys that have high confidence and high self-esteem, they're not putting themselves up for this behavior. They're not tolerating this transactional, get rinsed, get used behavior, spending thousands to get nothing they want. It's typically guys that have money, zero confidence, right? They have a ton of money, they have zero confidence, and now they don't believe in their own worth, so they only have to show their money.
Yeah, and I'll speak on that because for me, growing up, I got girls with a very low budget, right? And that confirmed a belief in me where it's like, hey, I was driving around my mom's minivan. I was maybe making $800 a month, $1,000 a month, but I still had women around where it wasn't a big deal. So for some guys, they never got girls till they got money.
Right.
So in their head, well, hey, it was just money the whole time. And their ideology is like, let me go to the club, let me buy bottles, let me buy chicken fingers, let me spend $3,000-$4,000.
No chicken fingers.
And if I do that enough, maybe I'll get a girl to like me. Whereas me, it's like, bro, I can ask a girl out to go get yogurt, go get ice cream, and she'll go because she's attracted to me. So my self-esteem is high because I feel like, yo, the gift, the gift I'm giving her is just her being around me. And what we're doing is a plus. But if you think that I'm not enough, let me go raise the bar by going somewhere very nice, then she'll show up. It's a bad mentality to have.
100%. I think the core premise of this video and the liberal conservative thing and being the provider thing is be you and stand 10 toes. I highly am against changing who you are and your beliefs to fit this cocktail of what a woman's looking for. I am highly against leading with your money. I think you should be the most confident, successful version of yourself and date on your terms, because when you start to fall into these games, they're going to rinse you, they're going to use you, and worse, they don't even know what they really want. They just want you to be you.
Absolutely. So get some closing thoughts before we call this a show. Is to the first point of the show is, guys, don't camouflage yourself.
Totally.
If you believe, if you voted for a certain president, right, that's who you are. I wouldn't, because there's no point of camouflaging. Because, dude, just get another match. Go approach another girl. Doesn't matter. And the last part of the show I'll say is, don't fall into the trap of listening to what girls say on dating apps, because that type of girl isn't quality in my opinion.
Agreed. Thanks for tuning in, guys. See you on the next episode of Two Nice Guys.
Peace.